I'm following you.
Welcome to West Virginia Uncommon Place. We're doing this a little different right now. We out here on freaking Zoom. We out here doing it live. It's gonna come back to y'all in the audio file. And I got my guest, the ever fabulous Mr. Davonte. How you doing today? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well. For all the people out there, y'all stay safe, wash your hands, and put your mask on.
Definitely put your
That's all I'm
mask
gonna
on.
say.
And I want you to buy them 3M N95 masks. Like, let's not keep getting masks that don't have filters in them because that's not doing anything.
Unless you at the gym, because if you have those ones, you can't breathe in them and you'll die.
True, true, true. Especially people with the asthma and all the extraness. You know,
Yes.
gotta be mindful of that. So we got all kinds of topics. We normally don't dab into politics, but I will jump into this real quick. Mr. 45, is that his number? 44, 44, whatever number he is? He got the
Yeah.
coronavirus. Got the coronavirus. For someone that downplayed it so much, it's awfully weird that our president got it.
Right, right. You see that there, but all I can say is I wish him and Melania the best. And yeah, I mean,
It,
it's real out here.
yeah,
Maybe this
it's
will be an
real.
example for all of these people that have been at the rallies and things like that. If our brother Herman Cain didn't teach you anything, I mean, he was here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, that's sad, but Nancy Pelosi been trying to tell everybody, been trying to tell this man. He does not listen. He marched to the beat of his own drum. But hey, what
Lesson
can I
learned.
say?
Lesson
He's
learned,
a
right?
he's a Gemini. They march to the beat of their own drums.
True, true, true. They not like Leos and Cancers. They could just do whatever they gonna do.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Speaking of that, I'm a Cancer moon sign. So yeah, sun sign is a Leo, but my moon sign is Cancer. So that can be
Okay,
a
okay,
a
okay.
problematic combination.
All right. So in other topics and everything else, this is just something I'm throwing out there. This really is offbeat. I want everybody to jump up for Super Mario, man. He's 35. Super
I
Mario.
know, man. Oh
Man,
my
listen,
gosh.
they got a pair of Pumas out. They got a Pumas that is about to make me go break my neck.
What?
They got a pair of Super Mario 64 Pumas. Got these shoes out.
What?
Yeah, got them out right now. Got me about to go through the window to Foot Locker, get a pair, throw a Chinese dude through a wall so I can get a pair. You know,
I mean, are they 3D printed or are they really official? Like they
they are
really,
official with the little diamond in the back with the Super Mario box.
you know what? You can't say no to that. I mean,
Right. I mean, I
well, it
would never
depends on.
wear them. I would never wear them anywhere because they look like clouds on the bottom. I had to send you a picture later of what these things look like. So on that end, Super Mario 35 years, that's a long time. That's my life, and that's your life plus 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, because you would have. If everybody don't know, you like the gamer of the family. So like before I knew about video games, you knew about video games, and then my
Right.
dad knew about video games. So
Yeah.
shout out to you.
Yeah. No doubt in that. So in a wild turn of events, I've been traveling back and forth between North Carolina and Charleston, West Virginia. I've been
Yeah,
I've been
how's that
great.
been?
It's been pretty wild. So me and Stacy, we run around to like Greensboro and different places, and we see all kinds of different things. In the culture, you know, the divide is it used to run Hispanic, like Hispanics here out the way, then whites and blacks. But now it's Hispanics, blacks, a few whites here and there, and everybody intermingling and stuff. But like
Right.
you go to the Walmart, right? And the Walmart
Mhm.
is different because I do about 30 different Walmarts in like 6 months. So I'm everywhere when it comes to these Walmarts. Um
Wow.
Stepped into a Walmart, you're going down the aisle and stuff, and people, I'm not gonna say the race, but I'm gonna just say this is people they block the aisle, three people in a row. Like it ain't I'm talking about next shoulder to shoulder, blocking the whole aisle.
Oh
Over a bag
no, we need
of
6 feet apart.
right, listen, over a bag of Doritos. Not Cool Ranch, not the chili sweet joints I like.
I know you're not talking about the sweet chili, man.
Yeah, they
Uh,
not listen. I could see if they was breaking their necks for the sweet chilies, but no, they doing this for the regular Dorito,
the
not
nacho
the,
cheese,
yeah, not even the value size.
bro.
I'm like, bro, that shit's on this. Excuse my language. That thing's on display somewhere else in the store. The small body bag is. You know what I'm
So
talking
I have a tip
about? Okay.
out here, people. Now, these people do, I don't, and these people, I'm not paid by these people, but they work wonders. It's called Shipped, Shipt. Shipped.
And what
Shipped
they
is
do? What they do?
amazing.
What they do?
They basically are your personal shopper. They go to the stores. It's similar to Instacart, but something about Shipped, it captured my heart because it has all of the stores I like to go to. I mean, Target, Kroger. You also got Lidl. Lidl is like the new Save a Lot. Just
Okay.
a little. It makes you feel. It makes you feel very rich,
Thrifty.
thrifty and rich at the same
Same
time.
time. Okay. Okay.
So
Now can you?
Shipped
So let me ask
also
you this.
does CVS too.
Okay. All right. CVS. I respect that one. The other one I don't know about, so I can't put no respect on that one. But what I'm gonna ask you is about this thing that you're using. Can you use coupons or you kind of just
You can use coupons. You can use promo codes. Funny thing is, most of those I have apps for, like CVS. I have a Lidl app, so I already have like an account with them. So I already get the coupons anyway. And literally,
and so that's how you get the deep discount? And that's where the video froze. Welcome back to West Virginia Commonplace. We had a little technical difficulty once again. We're working with this Zoom, trying to figure out how to get everything going. So, Mr. Davonte, can you get back into what you was just talking about?
so I was talking about the lovely Shipped app. So Shipped app basically uses your favorite stores, your favorite pharmacies. You can also use coupons from those other accounts. So you can actually bridge those coupons from the other accounts into the Shipped app, and they can basically deliver your stuff right to your door in a matter of minutes, whether you need it in a couple of hours or the day before.
All
So
right,
it's
so I
awesome.
do got a question. What about paper coupons? Is paper coupons is that a
Well, I mean, you could scan them if you want to cut them out. We're in a digital world right now. So, but if you are a couponer and you do cut them out physically, you can actually scan them within the app. There's a barcode reader, which is so awesome.
oh wow, so you just shut down like people can stay inside. They really not they don't
Yeah.
come outside. Okay. So look, let me get throwing a little app here too. This is on the opposite end because we just going back and forth about different things. Have you heard about this Quibi app?
I've been hearing about it. I have not yet caught on. I'm still wrapping my head around HBO Max. So yeah, watching my
Ooh.
Insecure,
Hey,
Yeah.
well, look. After we done talking tonight, I'm gonna leak you my password and stuff, so you can get on Quibi and watch it. Okay? It's
Quibi
like,
got some interesting content
yeah,
from what it looks like.
and it's like stuff you can just watch on your 15-minute break at work. It ain't nothing.
Really?
It ain't nothing like the show's like less than 10 minutes. Blah blah blah, and some are just 10 minutes at the max. Um, Stacy's been into this. She's been watching a lot of different things, and then I seen one I want to watch, but I'm one of them procrastinators. I gotta wait for it to get 2 seasons in before I'm gonna watch it. It's Kevin Hart's got a show called Die Hard, and then she had another one. I forgot the name of the show. If it will come back to me. What is the name of the show? Something about like Free Ray Sean, I believe. Free Ray Sean. All right, it's got Lawrence Fishburne. It's like they got like real actors, like Academy Award winning this and that type going on with that. And
Yeah.
people that's over at T-Mobile, which we ain't gonna say nothing bad or good about T-Mobile. They just was just giving it away for free.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of crazy there. So over into some music news. You had something you wanted to talk about. Let's get into this.
So yes. So apparently on YouTube, I want to say sometime at the end of August, early September, we had a old R&B veteran to come out of the woodworks. Her name is Jaguar Wright. Originally from Philly, she was a part of the original group, The Roots, which primarily now is mainly known for playing with SNL, Saturday Night Live. And it's just crazy how she's coming out the woodworks, and she's basically kind of calling all the neo soul community out. I mean, from Common, Jill Scott, Erica Badu. I mean, now recently Tevin Campbell has been thrown into the mix.
And that's the one I want to talk about. She said something real crazy that that the singer was once a prostitute who had sex for drugs. Like Tevin Campbell, one of the most unproblematic entertainers in our business. He's one of them guys that he got good fame real fast, and then when it slowed down, he never stopped making music or stopped touring. He just knew his place in line. He didn't try to come back. He didn't try to make the mainstream again. He got his money, stayed low key. So why target him?
I'm not understanding. I'm like, do you have an album that you're promoting, some products?
And then, outlandish stuff like talking about common sense. Like, why would she attack Common of all people?
I mean, yeah. I'm just lost. Well, she said they dated, and then she said he forced her to perform oral on him, and I'm just like, y'all in a relationship, so why is it like somebody has to force you to do? That's just it's crazy. I mean, I hope it's not true, but I mean, at the same time, who knows? We don't know.
I'll tell you this, Tevin Campbell, he just released a little bit of something, I guess. He let her know he got lawyers on deck for that defamation.
Yeah, I just got that info. Like, I just saw the tweet, and I was like, Tevin, you snapping like this? I
mean, he was like a sensation late 80s, early 90s. He taught me the difference in how to approach the ladies and whoever you approaching, can we talk?
I mean, between him and Ralph Tresvant's, sensitivity.
Right, that chivalry, and I ain't gonna say that's a light skin thing. I'm gonna say that's everybody thing these days, but we're gonna throw it back at the light skin.
That's a Quiet Storm '90s thing. We're gonna go with that.
Okay, and I mean, even at the end, he had me ready. I was, I'm ready. And there was quite a few other tracks by Tevin Campbell that, shaped and molded me. I can say that. And they stay on the playlist in the background, They're not going to come in the front very often. But that long ride out to North Carolina, I might throw some of his jams on. Matter of fact, I did.
He's a quintessential tenor. I mean, if you're a tenor, y'all better be studying him. As a singer, we study Tevin.
Right, no doubt in that. So, with Jaguar Wright, she had a decent background career. She's one of them people that just, some talent can reach the glass ceiling and get through it. And then you got certain talent that doesn't get to the glass ceiling.
And you made a very good point about that. And so something I wanted to bring up, she kept bringing up Mary J. Blige's name, who, as we all know, is the hailing queen of hip hop, soul, and R&B.
No doubt.
From New York. She came through with the whole Uptown Records vibe. She had all the likes of Busta Rhymes, Adrian Harrell, Busta Rhymes, Diddy. Well, he was Puffy back then, and Biggie. So, that was like the birth of 90s hip hop, and she was the part of that. And I'm just like, she states that, and her last interview that I saw on YouTube was that Mary got into the way of someone's success that was greater than she was. And to me, I felt that was a sense of arrogancy and maybe just a personal opinion, maybe a point of offense. She felt, okay, well, I see this woman, Mary J. Blige, a queen from New York, doing her thing, and we kind of in the same, spaces, but we, neo soul it moves a little different than, hip hop. It just is a little different. I mean, it's kind of like that sister brother relationship, but of genre of music. But at the end of the day, Mary J is Mary J, and I always felt like if you were great enough to be up there, you would be.
Right. And one thing I want to say about this whole neo soul thing, and we're going to just be honest here. When we talk neo soul, I think of Music Soul Child. Uh, what was his name? Oh, is it Dwelle?
Dwelle,
Dwelle.
Talib Kweli,
Yeah, I think of these people. But when you
and
say
she threw him under the bus too as well.
Jaguar Wright, I don't even think about her.
We
You,
don't. We think about her first album, and I clearly can't remember that title.
and
Exactly.
and I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking about the neo soul, like that was something that was a mid 90s like 90s type deal. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like D'Angelo. Why didn't she come at the neck of Lauryn Hill, Maxwell, or Erica Badu? Somebody that's in her genre that she could say something about. She couldn't do nothing with
Well,
it.
she dragged Erica. She basically said Erica was jealous of her because she got with Common, and she tried to stir up drama. And she even states that Erica was basically a groupie to like Andre 3000. She was his groupie. And I'm just like, she's Erica Badu and Andre 3000 is Andre 3000. I mean, and honestly, it just seems like every man that's path she crosses, it's a blessing to have her presence because it changed their music for the better. I mean, Common Sense went to Common, and Andre went from Outkast went to be known as Andre 3000. He had
And,
his own creative style.
and I mean, why didn't she come at somebody that she could have really got some, people would have got a laugh out of, but would have thought something. Eric Benet was on that tip just a little bit.
Yeah, very smooth. I mean, him and Tamia spending my life with you, a
Yeah.
classic. It's just kind of sad about that, And then she dragged Jill, and I'm like, come on now.
You don't
She
want
says
to do
Jill
that.
stole her style.
All right, but Jill didn't stand up and sell. Jill is one in a million.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. In the next few weeks we'll hear something about Macy Gray, Angie Stone. She better not come out
Yeah.
Angie Stone because Angie Stone got headers to the left of her. She don't look like she playing the games.
I mean, if you watch the R&B divas, she don't play them games. Not about her money and not about her reputation. I mean, even when her and her daughter was going through things publicly, it reached the media and things. She was very classy about how she handled that. So I'm like, I don't think that someone that's trying to come back for a relevancy. I mean, it's like, how can you come back for something that you never really had?
Right, and
I
that's
don't
and,
know.
that, and that's the thing right there. Like that just gets me like this lady has she has credit notes and people's bylines on the inside of CDs from when we was kids. I'll give her
Right.
I'll give her her dues that she may have helped cultivate a sound to a degree because no matter if you're doing background here or there, you're part of a song. But in all
Yeah.
honesty, there is nothing I can tell you beyond her doing something with the Roots back in the day that I don't even remember. I don't even know if you remember that one. What was the Roots joint? The one with that was Erica Badu on that one.
Yeah. You
That was
you
Erica
talking
Badu.
about
You know what I'm
the
talking
one
about?
that Jill wrote and Eve was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and right there, where was Jaguar when this was going on?
She had departed the group to work on her solo, which didn't really go anywhere. It went so low that
Right.
you couldn't hear it.
And
I mean,
see, this is my thing. Like, why do people do this? Like, even people in real life do this. They had no relevancy then,
and
but
they have no relevancy now.
right, and they want to strike up a chord, and they want to be the next thing. And I'm like, ma'am, you had
I
a time.
mean, Jay-Z did her a really nice favor by putting her on the song Cry. And all I got to say is that she shit on Jay, she might as well X her career out because anything Beyonce or Jay-Z related, you just ended your career. I mean, ask Carrie, ask Keisha. They still struggling.
And I mean, and here's my thing. She was part of one of the biggest groups, the OK Players.
Yeah.
And that's a collective of all types of internet, hip hop stuff, all of put into a conglomerate, trying to better music,
Right.
make jazz relevant again. Which
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Having
it.
a message.
Right. Well, and jazz people, I'm not saying that y'all are not relevant. When we talking about getting spins on Spotify and things like that. Yeah.
Honestly, the last time we knew much about her was the Coca-Cola commercial that the Roots was in, because she had her own little swagger in there. And the single that they had on the Best Man soundtrack
Okay.
is What You Want. Honestly, that's all I remember her from. And this is not to discredit this queen. I'm not trying to discredit any artist, but I just feel like for someone who's put a lot of work and time in, you can't be mad at someone else. And the thing is, maybe it was not meant for you. That maybe wasn't your purpose to be a bigger star than what you were. Maybe your purpose was to go through the experiences of the industry, learn, and teach other people. And yeah, I get what you're trying to do and teach people and warn people about what's going on. But bashing and dragging other people, it just seems like you're just trying to be in bed with sensationalism and book yourself off these little interviews.
Right.
That's all you're doing.
Right, and I agree with that. Like no reason for all that stuff. And one thing that just caught my eye, I done sat out here, did a little research on her. She covered one of my songs, Saturday Night Love.
Right.
It made me now. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Sherelle, get her on a podcast, or get her someone, get her opinion about
Listen,
this. I
if
don't
you
even.
can get Sherelle on a podcast, I need to hear all the things that I miss when, yeah,
Hey, listen. Hey,
things you missed at home. Yeah.
I just can't believe. Like I said, I just did a little quick research on this Jack White and how she was doing music. She was doing a lot of covers when she should have been doing her own material. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, not trying to diss this lady, not trying to make a whole podcast about her, but this is, you know how we do things. This is one thing that was just burning at the stake that needed to be talked about.
Hey, she was Joan of Arc and we the flame. Roast.
Now, on to a lighter note, we always dig into you a little bit. Um,
Okay.
you're a residential artist here, uh, Mr. R&B 2020
Ooh.
with a one on the end too, because we 2021, we will need some material. So what is the day-to-day status?
Okay.
What's the day-to-day status on the material these days?
Well, funny you should ask. So, excuse me. So I've been working with my producer. His name is Brandon Liddell,
All right,
part of Conversion Records LLC.
and what's the Instagram
So
tag? Hit him with the Instagram tag.
yes, at Conversion Records LLC. That's the Instagram. That's the Facebook. It's all of that. So if y'all looking for everything music, R&B, country, hip hop, gospel, hit him up. Brandon Liddell.
And this is Richmond, Virginia, right?
Actually, no. So I met him through a good friend of mine, and it's funny because kind of like how we're zooming right now, that's how we have our meetings. Like when we talk about stuff, album or EP related, and the process. And if it's something I need him to tweak, he's that person. He will schedule out some time and he will tweak it right then and there on the spot. He is very good at working with the artist and making sure he knows what his artists and what his customers need and how to build that. I met him through a friend of mine that did a spoken word album. Shout out to Devins. Devins got an album out called Don't Open His Diary. Check it out. It's on Amazon Music, Apple Music, everywhere. It's at YouTube.
And we can't get
Google
him on
Play,
we can't get him as a guest sometime.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do that. I'll set that up. I'll link that up.
All right, you link that up.
So definitely, but I met him through my friend Devin's childhood friend. We've been knowing. He's actually the one that taught me how to really get into songwriting and taking it seriously. I think I had mentioned that around 15 or 16, I really started taking it seriously. At like 10, 13, I started getting the bug to want to write, but not really knowing how to structure it. So he was the one that kind of got me into the game with that. But Brandon is actually from Columbia, originally from North Carolina, but resides in Columbia, South Carolina. And
he deep South.
Yeah. Which, kind of works because, if all goes as planned, NC may be my new home at the end of the year. We shall see.
Okay. Hopefully not Greensboro, but anywhere else.
Oh, no, can't do Green. Shout out to Greensboro. We love
Yeah,
Greensboro.
shout out to you because you got some good food except for your Red Robin, but that's another story for another day.
I've not went to Red Robin, so no shade to them. But in the words of Mariah Carey, we don't know her.
Ah! And
But
I'm gonna
I
give a
was
shout out. I'm gonna give another shout out. Shout out to the little country town of Archdale, North Carolina. Nice little place through
okay.
there. High Point. And I'm gonna put Asheboro on the map. Didn't really find anything in Asheboro. Got a few little restaurants that you could grab a little thing to eat at. Dixie this, Dixie that. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's NASCAR country out there. So I had no business out there.
Yeah, it's a little tense. But I heard they have this big estate there called the Biltmore.
That's Asheville.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like
they
I
all
said,
ashy.
Asheboro is not on the map like that.
They all
Asheboro,
ashy.
Asheville
But
does
one
have
of them has a zoo. Which one is
that's
that?
the zoo. The zoo is out there.
And Ash, it makes sense because it's really rural. It's very, we grew up from the country, so we know
Yeah, but
strangers
that
to
North
that.
Carolina country is extra crispy. They
I mean, well,
listen,
Asheville, Asheboro is ashy.
listen to me on this one though. I stay out here in West Virginia, so my accent over time when I go from place to place, it does change a little bit to go with the environment. I slow it down. I'll do a little Master P, do a little bit of this and that, make my voice change a little bit so they can
No limit.
Yeah. Then I start slurring the words, slow it down, make them feel right. Whatever I got to do to get the situation done. So you see, I just did that and everything I just did right there. Now,
Right.
the thing is that that's how they talk. They get down like that. And then West Virginia, we up here, we have hardened accents, but our accents have syllables and we stress things. Down there, they don't stress the words. The words come across
Nope.
in one line. It's like a teleprompter with just words running, no space in between.
You know what? It's quite a interesting thing. I'll say.
Now I will say this though, I will say the atmosphere there is a whole lot different when it comes to like we did a little bit about shopping and different things. Like, you go to
Right.
like with this COVID-19 thing, you go to restaurants there, like not everybody out eating. Me and Stacy sat in the Hardee's. Matter of fact, today, and shout out to Hardee's for making some good chicken. That's all they got is chicken. Everything else,
Yeah. What
everything else,
happened to the menu?
the menu's trash. I'm
Ah.
a bit husky, so I sat there and ate a hot dog and a hamburger, and I ate chicken.
What the hell? You had a cookout or something?
I had to go through and taste everything because I wanted to see why I didn't go to Hardee's.
You know what, Hardee's? I'm sorry to hear that. Y'all was my first job. Y'all really humbled me out here in these streets. I'm gonna tell you that. But it's a shame that y'all went from chicken after y'all have been the sought after Charbroil company. I mean, Charbroil burgers. Like,
I mean, the burger is nice. I ain't going front. I had the burger. We had the burger with the onions and the barbecue sauce and the bacon and everything.
Okay.
It was
Well,
it was a rip off of the rodeo burger, so I was fine with that. But here was the catch, and here's the thing.
okay.
Like, that food was fairly priced, but for 3 pieces of chicken,
How
a
much was
small fry. Listen, a small fry and a humble drink. It was like a medium, but I felt like a large. But I drink a lot of soda, so it don't matter.
it? You know.
That meal was $7.09 for 3 pieces of chicken.
What?
Right. At first, we looked at the price. Stacy looked back at me and she was like, that's a little tight. And then we both didn't think nothing of it, ate the other food, but then we got to that chicken. Right? Broke the one piece apart. We did the little romantic thing, split it together. And
Okay.
I'm the type of person, I want to taste it before I dip it.
So you want to give the Lady and a Tramp type effect.
Right. So that's what happened here. So we ate it and we was amazed. I do a little commentary just like I'm doing right now. I did it with the chicken too. I was like, you taste very good. Let the chicken know that I'm impressed with it. And it was because it was breaded and seasoned like into the meat. Like, how you can bread something on the outside, but I felt like somebody put little grooves in that meat or something in that chicken. And I could taste that breading all the way like good. It meshed with the chicken.
Well, I know their secret. Like I said, I used to work there when I was a teen.
Okay, so listen, my next time in the city, I'm gonna get you a fried daddy and go from there. And the thing was, it was spicy. It was almost like Popeyes.
Now you know
I
what?
mean, if it was spicy, it would have been like Popeyes a little bit.
See, I'm gonna have to revoke your card because you
No,
can't be
what I'm
compared
saying is
to
I'm retracting.
Popeye.
No, what I'm saying is that if it had a spice to it, it would have been like Popeyes. Because you know Popeyes has got the best breading. I just sat out here, I went and got Bojangles because West Virginia got rid of Bojangles. We did not love it, so we got rid of it. Now, I went and got the Bojangles. I opened the chicken up. It's got a little spice into it, so it's trying to entice me and stuff. That did not work for me. Because I know I can go to Popeyes, crack a piece of the boneless chicken out, even though I like the chicken with the bone, crack the boneless chicken, and they didn't soak that in milk and put hot sauce on it, then they breaded it. You know, like I tell my audience and stuff like that, it's crazy how these podcasts, like it just came to a spurt. Like I was like, man, my cousin is fire. He brings in units. Like you move numbers. So I
Listen,
asked
well,
you,
when that album come out, y'all push them units on that, man. That's
right. So we need the album to come
boy.
out. We need the album to come out, but like every week I ask you, when's the podcast coming out? Listen, audience, I even gave him a title. I will come in and do a few episodes with him because my time is anybody's time if it's the right time. I said we could call that thing "Changing Faces." Like you remember the old "Changing Faces" song? We're not gonna rebirth R. Kelly in that, but
yeah,
and that's one topic that one day we need to jump on. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to kill it all, but I do want to mention this a podcast idea. Something that people should think about is why did everybody take R. Kelly off their playlist?
Well, first of all, for all my listeners out here, I don't have a playlist. I have playlists, meaning that I just like stuff on Apple Music. And Apple is the genius that curates all of my playlists. So every few days I get a playlist. But sometimes they curate stuff that my friends are listening to, and I'm just like, what is this? I don't listen to this type of music. So that's the hard part. But R. Kelly has not came up on any playlist, shockingly. And I like some of R. Kelly's stuff. I still like R. Kelly's music. However, I think people have to understand you're an artist first. I mean, well, to the general public, that's the only thing that we have of you. We can't have your personal life. That's on you. So any guilt, any things that you've done in your personal life, that's something that you personally as a person have to soul search and fix. I'm not saying that, you should condemn somebody's music, but
yeah, that's something like one day I'm like we'll get a group setting of us on this. We'll have to do this as a round table. Like R. Kelly was literally pushed off people's lists. Like I Believe I Can Fly, like was the hardest song. It didn't matter what race she was. Everybody knew that song.
Listen, if I could turn back the hands of time.
Right. And I'm from Chocolate Factory. That's when I got into my form.
No, you took it back.
And yeah.
That 12 play.
Yeah, like Chocolate Factory, Loveland, whatever you want to call that one album. Never Leave, songs
Happy People,
Step in the Name of Love. It was so many classics that I'm like, this man may have did wrong, but I still like his music because we never did that to Michael Jackson.
And let's just be real. You Are Not Alone, written by R. Kelly.
Right.
I Look to You by Whitney Houston, written by R. Kelly. Celine Dion has a record written by R. Kelly. I mean,
we don't know the name of it though.
Nivea, Laundromat, R. Kelly.
Oh, Laundry, that was my jam in 2002.
Yeah. Marcus Houston, a lot of his early hits. Yeah. R. Kelly is all over there. When you listen to it sounds like R. Kelly.
Yeah, because Marcus Houston ain't writing shit.
But let's just be real. I ain't gonna lie though. If I could turn back the hands of time, and When a Woman's Fed Up was when I knew.
Oh, When a Woman's Fed Up. I can't even sing, but that one, that's the jam. She get mad and hop in the car and get evil with you.
Yeah. Or him and Sparkle's record. I hear it in my head, but it's sad that I can't remember because that was such a huge hit. About that Hardee's chicken.
Yeah, talking about that Hardee's chicken. They shut us down.
Yeah, the FCC had to shut us down. The conversation was too hot. But we're back now. And this guy was trying to compare Hardee's, if they had just a little bit more spice in the batter, to Popeyes. Now, I would even go as far as saying KFC, but you're not gonna say no fresh Popeyes now. Fresh, you know what? Lee's chicken. Okay, we can do that.
Or Lee's chicken, you've had that?
It's amazing. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
All right, now I get Lee's chicken because I go through Kentucky to the bottom to the top. I went to this crazy place called Hazard, Kentucky, and that's where I first got some Lee's chicken. He was the dude that the Colonel stole the plane from, or something, right? Is that correct?
I don't know.
Lee and the Colonel was in business on something, bro. Because something wasn't right. Because they got a little museum in Hazard about it. I filmed one. Yeah, something a little crazy going on. So
if you walk through the museum, and how big is the town of Hazard? Is it very big?
No, man, I went through one side. I was out the next when I turned to the left.
Oh, so when you walked through the museum and walked out, that was the whole town.
basically. Now, let me say this though. So we're gonna throw all these chickens in there. I'm not gonna even put churches in the mix, but I'm gonna say this though. You know, one chicken that people give a lot of credit to.
What's that?
They give credit to Zaxby's.
Zaxby's is good. Shout out to Zaxby's. My best friend's husband is a manager at Zaxby's here in Richmond, Virginia. So come down and visit us, preferably the Shore Pump location. Very nice.
And what county is that one? Is that Henrico or the other county?
That's in Henrico. So you're right near Shore Pump Town Center. Grocery shopping at your leisure, 5 and below. Get everything you need. And you get on the bus line now. I mean, Richmond is starting to come up, even though I live apparently too far out in the suburbs. So I would have to be somewhere strange to catch the bus. It's just, it's a little weird.
That's crazy. So they moving up on things.
They moving up, just not fast enough.
When I think about Richmond, I'm like Henrico, Chesterfield. And then I did my business in the country, so I'd be like Powhatan, but it ain't even part of that.
Well, Richmond has bought up everything, so everything is a part of everything.
Okay.
Manchester, Powhatan, Chesterfield, Short Pump, West End, East End, Southeast. It's crazy. It's Richmond now.
Yeah, so Richmond is everything. So yeah.
Be careful what you say. Be careful. That was the song. And now he has to be careful in his life.
Be careful what you say to me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my mama used to play that junk.
Because it might turn around on you.
Like some dude did her dirty back in 97 or 98.
I mean, we don't know. We wasn't in your parents' life. We wasn't in your mom's life. We don't.
But I remember that jam.
I mean, let's not even just talk about the stuff my mama would be playing. I mean, She was in here playing Angie Stone. Excuse me. Sorry, Angie. Angie Stone. My sunshine has come.
Hey, let me give you one about my mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom, the lovely, beautiful Rosalind. Listen, her song is like the worst song on earth to me. She loves this song. I didn't put this on MP3 players. I didn't put it in a picture frame, all kinds of stuff. Raphael Sadiq, All I Ask of You from the Higher Learning soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
And that is her jam. She hits her normal little snap to it with the 2-step and the spin, and it ain't nothing to dance to. But
it's so crazy that you talking about All I Ask of You, because the first thing I think of is Deal. The Deal.
Yeah.
On 2 occasions, that's day and night. Babyface.
Yes.
If you listening, Babyface,
you know what kills me
you
on
need to
that
write
one?
Me a record.
Listen, but you know what kills me on that one? You know how the beginning of that song comes out?
How
that little beat drops. I ain't even gonna make the sound, but you know what I mean.
It's like that do 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 do. It's like a computer.
My chest a little bit, and I'm like, oh. And
that's a mating call.
Right. I can throw that one and go grab Stacy from somewhere. I don't know where she's at on Earth. I throw that one, I'm gonna fly right to her, and I got her. That put the motivation behind me. I'm telling her it's day and night, different seasons, whatever. But But back to the main topic on that one, because we going on. We was going in this episode, but we will keep going a little bit longer. Like Bill Cosby, for some reason, because of the different things that he did in the community and things that he did not do for the community, and then when he took us down as a community, I don't have a opinion of him at all, because his movies and his relevancy was not there for me. Because let me explain something to you. Like, in the generation we grew up, you have him, and then you hear his story, and we had Carl Winslow, we had Uncle Phil, and then I'm gonna go on the flip side. I had Tim the Tool Man. I had Al Bundy. I had the dad from the dinosaur.
Ow!
I had Tommy's dad from Rugrats.
I mean, listen, we even had Peter. Oh, Peter.
Right.
Oh, the Peter Griffin. Okay, let me stop.
Right.
See, if y'all need someone to do voiceovers, y'all book me. I do voices.
Give them what's the Instagram tag?
The Instagram tag is at Davonte King. That's the Instagram tag.
You gotta always plug your stuff. But my thing is, like, we had so many different male models that you could pick someone else better, and you could even go with Martin to a degree. The first 2 years with Gina, and we had other people that besides Bill Cosby that were more important, like Eddie Murphy and stuff.
Well, yeah, he has had his things and has gotten and his troubles and tribulations. I mean, but he's one of the kings of comedy. I mean, Red Fox. But at the end of the day, I think Cosby played such a big role in the father figures to a lot of Black men, to a lot of people, like to a lot of families. Like, I feel like whether you were Black or white, you connected to Bill Cosby and his family, and you want to see a positive. I think I don't care if you Black, white, purple. I think everybody deserves to have that, the proper representation of what, a father or mother could be. And I think in the Black community, we didn't always have that. And having the Cosbys, I mean, hell, even the Proud family, that was a great representation of a family and fathers that care. I mean, Sanford and Son was good. I mean, even James Evans on Good Times. I mean, he even departed from the show because he didn't like the way it was going. I mean, even Moesha's dad. I mean, they even departed later on when they tried to make it look like, that Moesha's dad was Dorian's dad. Even though he was raised as the nephew, it was just crazy. It just didn't make... they do a lot of this stuff to throw monkey wrenches in it, but, I always saw, like, the Roseannes and stuff like that. And, when the husband was standing for the sister, the sister's husband was beating her head and, God forbid, but, he was there. He stepped up, Same thing with Home Improvement. Like, you got to see that, and I don't think we see that anymore in African-American television, because now it's all about love and hip-hop and how relevant you can be and how much surgery you can get. It ain't even really about the talent, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole
y'all will get that soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. And then I'll tell you something else that's interesting. And I have not seen this movie. Me and Stacy, if we got 2 hours and 20 minutes free this weekend, may watch it. Have you seen Just Mercy?
I have not.
We need to all take some point, and me, I'll bootleg the movie if you ain't got it, and I'll send it to you on a flash drive, and you can watch it in a week.
See, all right.
But my thing is that that movie right there, a lot of people have asked would I do a podcast on it, and like I told them, I don't necessarily do movie reviews because I always feel this way about a movie review, right? My opinion does not matter in a movie because I am from the great guild of people that watch Criterion films. I watch films for cinematography. So my opinion don't matter on content or nothing. I am just looking on how the film is actually filmed.
But I think we should do a few podcasts about some films because because I know you a Star Wars fan. I mean, I know that.
Right.
But let's talk about Indiana Jones.
Oh.
I love. You know what? I didn't really. understand that I loved his cinema, like his whole series, until I became 30. But we should really do a pod on classics. And since you're speaking of Cosby, Ghost Dad, I mean,
Yeah, we should sit back and that's what we'll do. Let's plan it out in a few weeks for the Ghost Dad one, because I gotta go
yeah.
back and get that. But I will say this, I got this one hidden gem that I like to watch, and it's weird. I got this weird. It ain't a fetish or anything, but once
Oh
a,
God.
once a month, I watch a cartoon movie. It's called The Jetsons.
The Jetsons.
Yeah,
And we're living that proof right now. I mean, look at us. We're communicating over a hologram, aka Zoom.
right?
So amazing. So amazing. I thought this was that was dope. Like, we don't have the flying cars yet. Where y'all at? Where y'all hiding these?
Yeah, or at least we should have a car that we can ride through the water. I would love to just get in the car, get by
I
Virginia
mean,
Beach,
well
ride
Hummer,
inland.
a real Hummer,
Mm-hmm.
a tank.
Yeah, or something, just something that could get me across the land. I want something that could cross the river, like I get up to Cleveland or something. Me and Stacy was out at Lake Erie, and we could have got into one of them cars that can go through the water. I could get to Canada.
No, them water temperatures gonna change on you, buddy. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, could be. So let's do this. So let's do this on a good note. So I appreciate you jumping on the podcast tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And this is a Friday night thing. We're doing it at 11:42, and I give you real time because these podcasts they come out at different times. A lot of times with you get a specialty, not because you're family or anything, but I will edit yours real fast and we'll get it going, get it hopping. So we got one more. We got one tomorrow night, and we'll run that one through, and then that'll give you a little time to get a little bit more source material, bring it out. Because I got source material because I just look at one of my phones and I just pull something up.
Look, the man with many phones. That's what we call him.
Always been my life.
And for the record, he only has one Android.
And look, it ain't even mine.
See, y'all need to tell him about Google Pixel, y'all. And Google, why y'all haven't called me? I'm ready to ship in Google. Come on now. I got y'all. I actually use y'all products.
and
all right.
And I'll just say this on that note, like I'm an Apple guy just because I like that continuum. Continuum is the word I use every day. I tell the people that work for me.
It's called basic.
Huh?
It's called basic.
I mean, my aesthetics may be basic, but you know what I'm saying? It gets the job done. And no disrespect to Windows, because on the flip side, I do got the boot camp on here, so I do flip the Windows when I need certain things.
Man, their window is slower than an Acer computer from 2006. Let's not go there.
Yeah. I feel you on that. And then
the processor on that joint will probably crumble if it overwork itself. It's old.
So let me ask you this: so you back on Android, right?
Google Pixel, yes. Google
Pixel.
It's a little different.
All right, Google Pixel. So you got an untamed thing. Tomorrow on the next episode, we will go into detail into this Android.
Okay.
I want you to give perspective on it. These are the things that I look for, and I'll end the podcast on this. When I bought my phone, I bought I started out with the iPhone X at the beginning of this year, and then some complications happened. I mean, no, I had the iPhone X last year. I rocked it out hard. Then I ended up with the iPhone 11. The iPhone 11 didn't decide to agree with me, so I got the 11 Pro. And the only reason I got that is because I got 3 cameras. How many cameras is on the back of that Pixel? 7?
I don't know. Listen, check this out. This is my first Pixel. This ain't even, I got the Pixel 3A. I don't even have the Pixel with the 4 or 5 lenses on it yet. That's like the 4 or the 5, which just came out. And I mean, at $350, what you can't beat that. I mean.
All right, but you got a good sound camera because I know about them.
Oh, my camera is amazing. Now, I know they just did an update and they were saying that the update for some people was glitching, but the grace of God, I haven't been having that problem. So I don't know what to tell y'all.
But for the
Android
podcast,
OS 11.
but for the podcast tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this phone. Your phone scales out, and I know it shoots 4K video.
Yes.
So
I don't.
go outside for 2 minutes tomorrow. 2 minutes. And run your camera around in a circle if you don't care, sir. And let me know
Okay.
and let me know how much data it uses.
Okay.
And we'll spark our conversation from there. So once again, everybody on West Virginia and Commonplace, it's been my pleasure having Davonte with us. And
Hey.
it's always my pleasure. You know, I'm your host, JR. At some point it may change. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get him to do that podcast called Changing Faces. And I'm gonna come in and be like, do you mind if I podcast you up? And that's my offbeat voice. Yes, I know I can't sing.
I don't mind.
Right. All through the night. But anyway.
We gonna be podcasting to number one on Spotify, y'all. Get us to number one.
All right. Thank you guys. All right. Good night. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
All right.
Peace.